House explosion in London. One person in critical condition. And an investigation now unfolding. Waiting to build.
There are more older adults than ever before on the streets.
2 major housing projects in Waterloo Region waiting for word.
The project will be delayed if we do not receive the federal funding.
On missing pieces of the puzzle. Plus, trotting across the street.
The region of Waterloo has created a new light that is equestrian specific.
Waterloo Region's special new crosswalk.
It's really necessary, and it's great that they've implemented it.
For horseback riders.
Good evening. We begin with some developing news we've been following from London tonight. A house explosion this afternoon has rocked a neighborhood in the south end of the city. Emergency responders say one person was taken to the hospital in critical condition as investigators work on figuring out what sparked it. CTV's Daryl Newcomb reports.
London firefighters searching through the debris after a vacant house at 131 Baseline Road West exploded just after 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. Neighbor Ryan Mason watched the blast from across the street.
Split second, it just up in the air, and by the time I came down, there's still rubble falling. Right after it happened, a guy crawled out of the rubble, and he came out from like out of the corner and went to the parking lot. But he seemed, shaken up, obviously. He went through a house explosion.
The fire department confirms one person was transported to hospital in critical condition, but are unsure if the individual was inside or outside the house when it exploded.
We have a significant debris field here around this area, and it's been cordoned off. There's the only exposed building that has been significantly damaged is the garage that's located behind the home.
Just standing in my kitchen, and I just heard an explosion. I actually thought it might have been an earthquake, and my entire house shook.
Because of the force of the blast, firefighters actually extended their search for potential casualties into the surrounding field. The vacant house and adjacent lot had prompted numerous complaints from neighbors, and a sign on the property indicates it was the subject of a planning application to permit an apartment building.
Don't know if I think it may have been abandoned recently, but there has been a lot of homeless camping out nearby.
This is a vacant building that is inspected on a monthly basis by fire crews, and the cause of this fire is currently under investigation. We will be contacting the Ontario Fire Marshal.
The fire department confirmed that Enbridge attended the scene to turn off the gas line following the explosion. Currently, the investigation into the cause of the fire is in the hands of the fire department as well as the Ontario Fire Marshal. But London police are not ruling out a criminal investigation.
We are going to work with Chief Bridge and his people to determine whose investigation it is. At this point, it's so new that I couldn't answer that, whether it's going to be ours or theirs.
Daryl Newcomb, CTV News.
Investigators say fires were deliberately set at the Christie Lake Conservation Area in Flamborough this morning. Hamilton Police and the Hamilton Fire Department were called to the scene at around 7 a.m. They quickly determined it was arson, with damage to the pavilions estimated at $1 million. Nobody was hurt, but buses were brought in to take YMCA campers and staff to branches in neighboring cities. YMCA staff will remain with campers through the relocation and pickup process. Well, criminal charges have been filed now in Brantford over a social media video that set off an assault investigation. Brantford police say a 12-year-old girl and a 13-year-old girl are each charged with assault. And they say they also would have charged a boy who was involved in the incident, but he's only 11, so he can't face criminal charges under the Youth Criminal Justice Act. Brantford police say in cases like this, police will speak with the child and their parents, assess any safety concerns, document the occurrence, and when appropriate, make referrals to support services to try to reduce the risk of future incidents. Well, plans to get 2 major housing projects off the ground in Waterloo Region are facing some hurdles tonight. Housing for refugees and seniors facing homelessness are waiting for federal funding to begin building. They say without it, construction will be delayed. CTV's Jeff Pickle's been looking into this and brings us more. Jeff, the feds are pouring billions into these programs overall to build affordable housing, but in these cases, it's the timing that's an issue.
Yeah, Tony, and both these projects say they are grateful for the Build Canada Homes agency, and the projects likely wouldn't be viable without it, but they say they're getting closer to their construction date and without confirmation that any money is coming in.
can see there's quite a big footprint here. Again, this is not transitional housing. It is permanent, fixed-site supportive housing, 24.
It's currently unused space at the back of one of supportive housing of Waterloo's Herb Street properties.
The great thing about modular housing is that it's fast. You can build these things in a factory.
The plan, with the help from the federal government's Build Canada Homes Agency, is to turn this into 10 units of modular housing for seniors facing homelessness.
So there are more older adults than ever before on the streets. So we see a level of need for these individuals. And for many of them, they are experiencing homelessness for the very first time in their lives. So you can only imagine how frightening that is.
In Kitchener on Wellington Street, Reception House is nearly ready for shovels in the ground on their refugee housing project.
This is one of the first of its kind in Canada, designed specifically to serve refugees and newcomers in Waterloo Region.
According to Maladine, many refugees and newcomers are forced to live in shelters when they arrive in Canada.
Cost for these temporary accommodation and shelter is significantly high. We estimated $4,500 to $6,000 per month per newcomer or refugees. And once we build this building, it significantly will be lower. It's about $1,100 a month is the cost for refugees.
Like the project for seniors in Waterloo, the Reception House project also waiting on approval of funding from Build Canada Homes.
The project will be delayed if we do not receive the federal funding. This is something we are expecting and hoping that the federal government support us.
Housing Infrastructure and Communities Canada, which is the federal department responsible for the funding, says closing these agreements takes time, saying Build Canada Homes is continuing to seek input from experts and key stakeholders to help inform its work. And more details on specific BCH investments will be made available on a case-by-case basis as agreements are finalized.
So here's the area, and really we've maxed out what we can build on this site.
Back at Supportive Housing of Waterloo, Paul says they are working closely with the federal agency and are still hopeful for a timely funding announcement.
It is addressing a specific need, housing people coming from the streets. It's fast. We think this is a project that is, it does all the things that Build Canada Homes is asking of organizations who are applying to them.
And also complicating the process, the ongoing water capacity issue in Kitchener and Waterloo. The Reception House project is one of the 3 projects that was given the green light by the City of Kitchener. Now that some development is moving forward, so it's clear this project is a priority on many levels. Tony.
All right, Jeff, thank you for that. CTV's Jeff Pickle with that update for us. Okay, time for a first look at the weather. Let's head over to Ashley Bacon now in studio on this Wednesday. And Ash, I was saying to you earlier, kind of just anecdotally, felt a couple of degrees warmer out there today. Apparently the temperature tracks that thought.
Absolutely. We were just about a couple of degrees warmer today than we were yesterday. But the big difference, Tony, less overcast. We had lots of overcast this time yesterday, but today that sun was really shining. There was a bit of a wind through the afternoon hours, but overall conditions picture perfect for a July day. We're not quite in winter yet. It's a beautiful July day, and we're running out of them. Of course, August is just around the corner, and as we take a look at our radar, you see nothing but clear skies. We're in a beautiful pattern of clear skies, at least for the next 24 hours. Right now, we're sitting at 24 degrees, so very comfortable out there. A north by northwest wind of 24 kilometers an hour. And if we take a look what's happening all around southwestern Ontario, temperatures remaining around that mid-20 range pretty much throughout. Winds are the hottest spot at the hour at 27. So overall conditions shaping up to be beautiful, Tony. But what will the long weekend bring? I know everyone is on the edge of their seat to know. I'll have a little bit of a closer look when we get into our full cast a little later in the show.
We sure are waiting for that update. Okay, Ash, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Ontario's Environment Ministry still hasn't confirmed what a substance found in a storm drain outside a Cambridge data centre is. The substance was initially being investigated as a spill, with the ministry describing it as an odorous, milky white substance. Last night, the company that co-owns the data center, Related Digital, said it's now believed the substance is a bacterial bloom caused by stagnant water, high temperatures, and a breakdown of naturally occurring material. CTV News reached out to the Ministry of the Environment, Conservation and Parks to verify that. Environmental crews from the ministry and the region have been on site assessing and cleaning up the substance for 10 days. Officials say the region's drinking water system was not impacted. City Council in Mississauga has voted in favor of a temporary freeze on building new data centers in that city. All 11 councillors voted in favor of the motion, which calls for an interim bylaw to temporarily ban the development of data centers for up to a year. That will allow city staff to review planning policies, zoning regulations, and development approval frameworks. The motion also noted that the province has yet to establish a planning or regulatory framework for AI data centers and other large-scale digital infrastructure. Meanwhile, another southwestern Ontario community is about to debate whether a data center is the right fit along one of its local roads. CTV's Jerry Dewan brings us that story from Strathroy tonight.
A zoning amendment application for this property in Strathroy Caradoc could open the door just a crack for a possible data center, but residents are moving quick to slam that door shut. Nicole Miller launched a petition late Tuesday afternoon opposing the change.
The response has been overwhelming. It has been shared almost 1,000 times. We have, since I last checked, 1,000 signatures, and it only started yesterday at about 4 p.m.
Miller says there are too many unknowns to allow the application to go ahead.
We do not have enough information. And again, we're not saying we're opposed to AI. We just need more information before we allow something like this in our community.
A public participation meeting will take place on Tuesday evening at Strathroy Caradoc City Hall, but concerned citizens aren't waiting for that meeting.
My phone is blowing up from this.
Mayor Colin Grantham says he will hear all sides at Tuesday's meeting, but he's already making his position clear.
I'm against the data center. We're not unique. You see every municipality, I think across Canada, is being asked to put in a data center. There seems to be a movement.
Grantham points out the data center is just one of over half a dozen use options that are identified in this zoning application. Grantham says, like other zoning applications, the danger is in setting a precedent.
We see this with housing, right? I mean, if you open the door to, a 15-story apartment building here in town, that doesn't stop someone else from asking for a 15-story. So even though this one could be small, could be, not problematic, you don't want to open the door.
Grantham says concerns about the impacts on electricity costs or water use that have dogged U.S. data center projects wouldn't necessarily apply here. And like Miller, he's not ruling out data centers entirely, but is looking for the provincial and federal governments to give clearer direction on where or how data centers should be constructed.
We really do need, some guidelines put in place.
No decisions will be made at Tuesday's meeting, but Grantham is still expecting a large turnout. The plan is to rotate small groups of people into and out of council chambers so everyone's voice can be heard. In Strathroy Caradoc, Jerry Dewan, CTV News.
Well, a potential new wrinkle today in the plan to bring high-speed rail to Ontario. CTV's Judy Trin tells us why the Premier and some of his MPPs are reconsidering whether to support the federal plan.
The plan for high-speed rail to connect Quebec City to Toronto is already dividing rural and urban residents. The Prime Minister may have been counting on the Ontario Premier to stand by him, but there's a crack in support.
If Prime Minister Carney and his team want to, this is how they're going to treat bigger projects, I don't think you'll get much built. 11
of Doug Ford's Conservative MPPs are publicly voicing opposition to ALTO, saying too many questions remain unanswered, too many voices have been ignored. The criticism comes after Mark Carney's government grounded plans to expand Toronto's downtown Billy Bishop Airport to accommodate 10 million travelers a year.
We won!
During public consultations, the majority of the 87,000 responses were against building bigger runways for bigger jets. The provincial transport minister says the feds caved.
If you listen to the special interest groups, nothing will ever be built in this province.
The Ford government is refusing to give back expropriated land to the City of Toronto.
They have reiterated that they intend to continue pursuing that goal, regardless of what the federal government announced recently.
While promoting railways, a federal cabinet minister reminded his provincial counterpart that fighting this battle risks taking the focus away from the war.
Canadians want us to roll up our sleeves and work together as we face trade challenges, as we face a number of international pressures on Canada, so we can keep people working.
This is not what the Liberal government wants. Opinion polls show that there is only about 40% support for the Alto high-speed train project. It's a project that could cost $90 billion to build, maybe more. Judy Trin, CTV News, Ottawa.
Getting around on horseback is something that officials in Waterloo Region are looking to make a little easier. They've just installed a special new crosswalk designed specifically for people on horses. CTV's Alexandra Hollick shows us where it is and how it works.
On Northfield Drive East in Woolwich, Hold Your Horses has a whole new meaning.
The region of Waterloo has created a new light that is equestrian specific.
The light is posted just outside Conestoga River Horseback Adventures and down the road from the Sheffley Bridge that's currently under construction.
The major functionality of our trails is to go crisscrossing through the river. Normally we would go underneath the Sheffley Bridge in order to do our trails, and that with the constructions of the bridge we've now had to go over the road.
The crossing creates a break in traffic, allowing horseback riders to keep trotting on their trail.
This is not your average crosswalk. For one, the button is at horseback height and the lights are censored not for humans but for horses. And while drivers may see this as a temporary inconvenience, the business says this crossing is critical.
So we do need access to the other parts of the trail to actually complete our business and give safety to the general public.
Owner Tatiana Van Lent says on their busiest days, the crossing could see dozens of horses move from one side to the other. And with no other way to get around, Van Lent worked with the region to come up with a solution.
Construction affects everybody. Nobody wants to wait on the road. No business wants to be affected.
On Wednesday, it's business as usual. The new route welcomed by those at the reins.
I think the horse crossing, obviously they need it here, right? It's really necessary, and it's great that they've implemented it.
And I've noticed that the road is very fast here, so with that speed limit, yeah, it's essential.
Construction on the bridge is expected to be complete in 2028. That's when the region says the temporary signals will be removed. Until then, equestrians will keep crossing one hoof at a time. Alexandra Hollick, CTV News, Woolwich.
Start your day with the CTV Kitchener newsletter. The best local content from CTV News sent right to your inbox. Every morning, we've got a look at the day's top stories. We've got Ashley's weather forecast, and we've got some must-see videos. It's all in one place. You can sign up now at ctvnewskitchener.ca. Let the games begin. Just ahead on CTV News, final preparations for Waterloo Region to host the Ontario Summer Games. Karis Mapp will tell us all about the competition and the massive behind-the-scenes team that's helping to make it all happen.
Well, we're in for a cool, clear night ahead and a sunny day tomorrow. Details on what we can expect for the weekend, though, those are coming up with your full forecast. Stay with us.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. ctvkitchener.ca, your home for news.
One day he was home, the next he was gone.
All I want to know is where he is so he can be put to peace.
The mystery of Jed Ouellette's disappearance continues more than a decade later.
It happened. Send it to CTV News. Text 10400. From your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Thousands of athletes are making their way to Waterloo Region this week for the Ontario Summer Games. The opening ceremony is set for tomorrow, but as CTV's Karis Mapp tells us, last-minute preparations are in full swing tonight.
one more sleep before the Ontario Summer Games kick off in Waterloo Region, the province's largest multi-sporting event for youth, and organizers are keeping busy.
Doing all of our deliveries, making sure equipment gets to all the venues, setting up all the sport facilities, organizing things like keys, accreditations, all the little stuff that everyone needs at the last minute.
Roughly 3,000 athletes are making their way to the region to compete in their respective sports.
We have a couple sports that are already here, so men's and women's hockey are both at their venues and are on the ice, so we have a couple early arrivals.
This is the third time the games have been hosted in the area. The first was back in 1990.
The last time we hosted was 2002. Kitchener and Waterloo jointly hosted the games.
But this year is the first time the entire region has been involved.
Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, university campuses, colleges. We're out in the townships for road cycling. It is a very big footprint.
There's a sense of pride in just watching our region host the entire province and the top level athletes be able to compete.
And all of the top level competition is free to watch.
It's part of the goal that we have of the games is making it accessible, A, for the parents and the spectators, but B, for the public.
Those involved say there's something for everyone to enjoy.
It's the medal ceremonies, it's the celebrations, it's witnessing youth athletes who have worked so hard to be able to compete on this stage.
Rim Park is just one of 19 venues that will host the 23 sports during the games. And behind all of the competition, an army of volunteers. 1,200 people who organizers say are critical in making it all happen.
Delivering and serving meals, organizing transportation at the venue, making sure the field of play is ready, the equipment is ready. So we're not just going to have you stand in the parking lot all day.
I think any chance you get to connect with people, share stories, share expertise and experiences, and bring something of this scale to life is an opportunity that people should run to take advantage of.
The opening ceremony is set for Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at Laurier's University Stadium. Karis Mapp, CTV News.
$1 million donation is funding a new effort at Sinai Health to better understand and treat menopause symptoms. Specifically, the study will examine whether hormone therapy can help address migraine and brain fog that many women experience. One of the researchers involved in the study discussed the work being done.
We don't understand a lot about which changes are normal, which changes are temporary, and which may signal future risk. So we want to improve women's brain health, and we have to first understand how the menopause transition affects the brain. Our study is going to be following women before and after they start a modern menopause hormone therapy, which is estrogen through the skin and micronized progesterone. And we're going to use very detailed cognitive testing and a very detailed MRI.
Sinai Health says the findings, funded by TD Bank Group's $1 million donation, could help enhance quality of life for millions of women during menopause. Well, here's a live look outside now in Cambridge on this sunny Wednesday evening. As Ash was noting a little bit earlier, temperatures have been on the way up this week. So has the amount of sunshine we've been enjoying every day. We've got an updated look at the upcoming long weekend, the middle of summer long weekend, in just a few minutes. Also ahead. Self-serve sports equipment, how a new program available at parks across Waterloo Region could be a game changer. And next, we will meet the new bench boss for the Memorial Cup champion Kitchener Rangers. Ashley is back with our long-range forecast, the one we've been waiting for because we have an updated idea of what the long weekend's going to look like, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But it's been getting warmer and warmer every day this week. A classic late July warm-up.
It's been beautiful. We've got a couple of cool overnights, which I don't think anybody will complain about because that's always great for sleeping.
I was going to remark on that last night. I had my windows open last night and really noticed how significantly cooler it got last night. It was very nice.
It makes a huge difference in how comfortable you are through your sleep pattern. And I mean, I'm someone who runs cold and I've even enjoyed the cooler nights. So I can imagine it's a bit of a relief for a lot of folks because we had those two heat events first thing in the summer and it was quite uncomfortable uncomfortable for some time.
And suddenly lows of 16 and 17 feel almost like September now.
Absolutely. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, Tony. We still have plenty of summer left and a long weekend to get through. So let's start with a look back outside from Cambridge this hour, because it is beautiful. What a day to be on the water. I am absolutely jealous of everyone who's out there today. I hope you're enjoying it on a little rowboat there. I learned about rowing the other day. You'll have to tune in to CTV News at 5 in the next couple of weeks to check that out. But it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a challenging sport, but it's a perfect day to get out there and do it. And the great news is tomorrow is shaping up to be even better. As we take a look at our future cast, nothing but clear skies, at least for the next 24 hours. Of course, we might get a cloud or two, but we aren't looking at any real precipitation really taking form until late Friday afternoon. There is a slight chance for some showers. But right now on the West Coast, a beautiful day there, a little bit nicer than it was yesterday. 22 in Vancouver, 22 in Edmonton, 22 as well in Fort McMurray. Lots of sunshine as well. As we push through the prairie provinces, we're seeing some heat events happening in Regina and Winnipeg still this hour. 34 in Winnipeg, 31 in Regina. Nothing but sunshine, so very hot there this afternoon. Further east, though, not as bad. We're seeing warmer temperatures north of us, though. Thunder Bay and Sudbury sitting at 26 degrees. Ottawa, Quebec City getting a bit of rain, a little bit cooler there as well, closer to the lower 20s. And on the east coast in St. John's, we're seeing some cloud cover in 14, 19 in Halifax. A little bit of a cloudier day across the east coast. Corner Brook with a bit of sunshine, at least right now. It's 24 in Waterloo Region still, so still a very, very nice day out there. And as Tony mentioned, our nights are getting perfect. 13 degrees tonight, so another cool night, perfect to open the windows, turn the air conditioning off. A northerly wind is expected at 20 kilometers an hour. Now that is expected to continue into tomorrow, but check out the temperature rising back up to 25, so another degree warmer than it was today, accompanied by a UV index of 8. So once again, that is considered high, so I'll say it through the summer. Make sure you're sun safe, hat, sunscreen, and of course, sunglasses. Want to point out on our almanac, we're not even close to record breaking, but I don't think anyone's complaining because it's pretty perfect out there. In 1940, the record was set at 35 degrees. Sun setting now at 8:48, so we're losing daylight every day now. Make sure you get out and enjoy it while you can. And here it is, the 7-day forecast, including your long weekend. Of course, this is still a few days out, so we aren't, signing things off done and dusted yet, but it is looking like we should see at least a little bit of precipitation on Saturday. Now, Friday and Sunday, there is a chance, but I would guess that we'll see a lot of sunshine in between as well. So things aren't that bleak yet. 25 for tomorrow, though, 27 on Friday, 25 for Saturday, and 26 for both Sunday and Monday. So temperature-wise, Tony, we're looking at some beautiful days. In Lambton, Kent, Essex, sunny conditions for your Thursday and 28. A slight chance for showers on Friday and 28. 25 for Saturday, 26 on Sunday, and then again a 28-day on Monday. So pretty nice indeed. And lastly, in southern Georgian Bay, sunny conditions expected for tomorrow and 24. A chance for rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, mid-20s there. Sunday, a little cooler at 21, but back up to 25 on Monday. And as we saw earlier in the month, Tony, there is always a chance for rain when it's nice and hot and sunny. So it's always a good idea just to have your umbrella just in case. But I would expect the sunshine to really showcase over the weekend. Okay, let's take a look at today's Weather Watcher picture. Now, this was sent from Nana Hart. I don't know if you remember Nana Hart sending us some.
I do remember Nana Hart.
She sent us our snowman pictures over the winter. This is a total reversal of that, because check out this incredible sunset she snapped last night on Lake Champlain.
Ooh.
I think I would like to be there as well.
Lake Champlain, like the Lake Champlain in New York State?
No.
The big one? No?
No, I got to look it up. I want to say it's in Mattawa. I have to double check, though.
Yes, that's right.
Forgive me if I'm incorrect.
No. I know where you're talking about now. There are 2 Lake Champlains.
So she's a local in the area, but was up at the lake, obviously, and snapped that and sent it in. And stunning.
I don't care where that lake is, it was beautiful. And speaking of water, I have to ask you something before I let you go, because you teased this. Rowing.
Yes.
Now, there's a lot of kinds of rowing. There's canoe rowing, there's kayak rowing, there's crew rowing.
Yes.
So
I did crew rowing.
You did crew rowing?
I did. I believe
I am jealous.
Correct term.
I've always wanted to try that.
It was very difficult, but so much fun.
Yeah.
And as we are experiencing through all these getting in the game segments, I've had such a pleasure meeting so many incredible people and learning some new stuff.
Well, you might have to teach me some of what you've learned.
I will try.
I love it.
Yes.
Thanks, Ash.
Thanks, Tony.
Okay, and staying with sports, actually, we now know who the next bench boss will be for the Memorial Cup champion Kitchener Rangers. As it turns out, after former head coach Jussi Ahokas left for a new opportunity in the AHL, the team didn't have to look too far to find a new one. CTV's Colton Weens is live now with more on this. And Colton, the new head coach, safe to say this is someone who's familiar with the players and the fans.
Yeah, that's right, Tony. The team announced today Jeff Krzakis will be the 26th head coach in franchise history. He's been behind the bench with Kitchener for the past 3 seasons as associate coach and an assistant general manager, and management feels he's ready for the next step.
We're very excited to be here today to announce Jeff Krzakis as our 26th head coach in Ranger history.
The Kitchener Rangers hiring from within, promoting former associate coach Jeff Krzakis to head coach.
When I came here 3 years ago, it was probably in the back of my mind as a potential next step, and I don't think any of us were under the illusions that Jussi was going to be here for 10 years or anything like that. We knew it was a stepping stone for him, and you know, this is maybe something that could have happened sooner elsewhere, but the opportunity to have it here in Kitchener was worth waiting for.
The 41-year-old takes over for former bench boss Jussi Ahokas, who left for an opportunity in the American Hockey League, becoming the head coach of the Colorado Eagles.
Definitely value in keeping things on a similar track to what we've been doing for our players. But at the end of the day, you know, Jeff's a guy that communicates really well. He's a guy that is passionate about what he does. He has good relationships with the players. He understands the game.
Before joining the Rangers, Krzakis spent 7 seasons with the Mississauga Steelheads as assistant coach and assistant general manager. Now a Memorial Cup champion with the Rangers, he's planning to bring the same mentality to the upcoming season.
Very similar to the way we played. So, you know, fast, hard hockey, guys who compete every night, and guys who are proud to wear the Ranger jersey.
And despite losing several key players, the organization believes the team has a chance to still make an impact.
We're also returning a great core group of young players who have gained all this experience through our championship run. I think the one thing that we do know is that we have a really hungry group. We have a group that want to make their own mark.
General Manager Mike McKenzie says there's no perfect formula for hiring a head coach, and Krzakis has proven he's ready for the promotion. As for the team, management believes they can fill the void from leaving players, saying they're back to being underdogs, similar to 3 years ago, but are looking to surprise the league 1 game at a time. Tony.
All right, and they've got some momentum. Colton, thank you. CTV's Colton Weens live with the latest on the Rangers' new bench boss. Getting active in Kitchener just got a whole lot easier. The city's installed 30 new self-serve sport lockers at city parks. As CTV's Heather Centerin found out, it is breaking down barriers by putting free gear in the places where people already play.
The City of Kitchener is putting the ball in your court by installing 30 free-to-use sports equipment lockers at 27 city parks. All you need is the app.
You select the shelf in which the equipment that you want to pull out, you scan it to make sure that there's no damages, pops open the locker, you take it for an hour, and then you can return it, or you can extend your session for another hour if you want to keep playing.
The type of equipment available depends on what fields are at the park.
And we got the ball.
The lockers have only been installed locally for about 2 weeks, and they're already a hit.
We've actually seen all 30 lockers used, 436 unique individuals with actually over 800 different activities taking place with those, which has been tremendous.
It's a team effort, funded by Canadian Tire Jumpstart Charities, rolled out by the City of Kitchener, and maintained by Equip Sport. As for any possible theft of equipment,
it's a pretty low theft rate as well. It's less than 1%. We have local maintenance partners that we work with that will come out locally and replace any missing equipment, fix any damages, or just clean the locker as they see fit.
The goal of the Equip Sport Lockers is to provide the opportunity to play for all community members. Whether you're having a family outing or tossing the pigskin around with fellow city councillors.
So it's removing barriers of equipment, of cost, just putting it in play spaces where they gather already. So just further creating that access.
Access that's been created across Canada with 350 units installed in 10 different communities. All it takes is a simple scan to ensure no one is left on the sidelines. Heather Centerman, CTV News Kitchener.
Wanted, thousands of workers just ahead a hiring blitz for the CNE this summer.
Kitchener Radio changes July 28th.
Virgin Radio is moving to 99.5.
And Bounce moves to 105.3.
We'll be 99.5 Virgin Radio. And we'll be Bounce 105.3.
Same stations.
Different frequencies. It's time to reset your preset.
4,400 WestJet flight attendants could be on the picket line as soon as Sunday. A key sticking point is compensation for work done on the ground. That's the same issue that led to a work stoppage at Air Canada last summer. WestJet says passengers with flights scheduled between July 30th and August 4th can make a one-time change or cancellation with no fee. Securing data and critical infrastructure from online attacks is becoming more costly in Canada. CTV's Scott Hurst joins us now with more on the growing impact of data breaches.
As technology continues to have a bigger impact in our daily lives and nearly everything these days seems to be interconnected, it can come at a cost. The average cost of a data breach in Canada has reached a record $7.11 million. The attacks are becoming larger and longer lasting, and the energy sector reported the highest average cost per breach. According to new numbers from tech giant IBM, the average breach is exposing roughly 28,500 records. That's up 8% from last year, and it took more than 200 days on average to detect and contain the impact. With so many services now interconnected, the fallout can be far and wide, all the way down to disruptions felt by us, the consumer. Energy organizations reported the highest average costs at more than $9.2 million per incident. It highlights the growing financial impact these cyber attacks can have on critical infrastructure. AI also playing a major role. It is both helping and hurting. Organizations that deployed AI in their security operations reported the cost of an average breach to be much lower and contain the impacts significantly faster. However, globally, there's been a more than 50% increase in AI-driven attacks, showing just how quickly attackers are adopting the latest technologies. Scott Hurst, CTV News, Toronto.
And time to recap our top stories now. CTV's Krista Sharp-Kilpatrick joining us in studio with all the latest tonight, including, Krista, some developing news we've been keeping an eye on out of London.
Yes, Tony, one person has been taken to hospital after a house explosion in London. Neighbors in the south end of the city called 911 around 1 this afternoon. One person telling CTV News the house was up in the air, and by the time it came down, there was rubble falling, hitting his window. The same neighbor says he saw the injured man crawl out of the rubble not long after. Plus, waiting on federal funding. A few social services in the region say they are ready to build new homes for those in need right now. But they can't start construction yet because they haven't been approved for funding from the federal government yet. And the team behind the Build Canada Homes Fund says they're still seeking expert opinions on case-by-case agreements.
And Krista, looking at what our digital team is working on, police say a construction worker was assaulted on the job yesterday.
Yes, that's right. It's alleged that a stranger walked up to a worker at a job site on Fisher-Hallman Road, assaulted him with a weapon and damaged a vehicle before taking off in a stolen pickup truck. For more information on this story, you can scan the QR code on the bottom left of your screen. And to get more stories, you can also visit ctvnewskitchener.ca. Tony.
Okay, Krista Sharp-Kilpatrick with our top stories. And Krista, we'll see you later tonight for CTV News at 11:30.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you. Well, thousands of people turned out today for the CNE's annual job fair in hopes of getting one of roughly 700 available positions. Here's CTV's John Musselman.
The lineup wrapped around the building right out the door. Thousands of young people looking to land a job at this year's CNE.
You know what they say, early bird gets the worm, so
he said, let's come at 9. It was so full at 9 o'clock. We were all the way back there.
It's difficult in this day and age, and
just the amount of people here is truly a testament to how people need jobs.
The Canadian National Exhibition says it has received nearly 50,000 applications this year. Young people looking to land positions in food services, ride and game attendants, cashiers, guides, and cleaning staff. Many saying the youth job market is bleak.
We also have our parents on our back saying that you have to get a job, and I just don't think they understand that it's really hard to get a job out here.
For example, I got 10 copies, submitted one of my resumes, and they just take one. And they'll just let you know in like the next upcoming days, like if they want to interview you and stuff.
Well, look, it's tough, right? 1 in 5 young people don't have a job, and we know it's essential. You got to have that first job in order to get the next one and to be able to set yourself up for success. And so, we take that responsibility really seriously. It's amazing to me as I go around how many people had their first job at the CNE to give them a start. And so we're both excited that so many people want to work with us, but we realize there is a problem and that we need to do more.
Still, youth job experts say despite these lines, the overall situation is improving.
The trend is actually more positive. Last summer, we saw the highest unemployment rate that we'd seen in a decade. Over 15% now. The national rate has dropped to 12.7%.
But in the GTA, the youth unemployment rate is still higher than the national rate, nearly 17%, because more young people are going after a limited number of jobs. 17-year-old Kayla Winter got hired on the spot.
I had a lot of doubt because I've been trying to get hired since I was of age to work. And now, with this opportunity, I finally got hired. So I'm glad, stay optimistic.
The CNE runs from August 21st to Labor Day Monday on September the 7th. John Musselman, CTV News.
A generous delivery to help tackle hunger in the community. Later on CTV News, how the Guelph Food Bank is benefiting from a donation of a different kind. A Goderich golfer with cerebral palsy is showing up to the links, proving there are no limitations. He's only 20, and his talents have earned him a spot at the All Abilities Canadian Championships. CTV's Scott Miller has more.
Dixon Shoemaker started playing golf at a very young age.
I was 4 years old.
Shoemaker, who is now 20, is a really good golfer. Add in the fact that he has cerebral palsy and is hearing impaired, and his incredibly consistent play is even more impressive. So impressive, his boss at Goderich's Sunset Golf Course suggested he apply to the Canadian All Abilities Golf Championship happening next week in Ottawa. It's a Golf Canada event for golfers with physical, sensory, or intellectual limitations.
He's been here for 6 years. He's our hardest working guy here. He's always smiling, and he's a phenomenal golfer too, right?
How good is Shoemaker? He's made 3 holes in one. The first one at the tender age of 6.
Oh yeah, very excited because this is my first time going there to compete in the tournament. So
Lorendo says Dixon is an inspiration. He's not the longest hitter of the golf ball, but his cerebral palsy and hearing impairment have little to no effect on his ability to hit a golf ball true and straight 9 out of 10 times.
It's a big thank you to his father too, right? Because his father has been the one that's been taking him out there all the time, 4 times a week, sometimes probably even more, right?
Shoemaker says he wants to win the tournament to thank his many supporters at Sunset who helped to raise money for his trip and stay in Ottawa.
Hopefully win something to win back.
The Canadian All Abilities Golf Championship is from August 4th to 7th in Ottawa. In Goderich, Scott Miller, CTV News.
And let's check in over at the weather wall right now with Ashley.
Well, it'll be perfect day to get out on the golf course tomorrow. How much will you want to see the morning, though? It's going to be so gorgeous. I'll have details on what we're waking up to after this. Coming up on CTV tonight, start your night off with E-Talk, followed by The Big Bang Theory, MasterChef at 8, The Rainmaker at 9, and cap your night off with The Borderline at 10.
Tonight, a possible WestJet strike has travelers on edge.
I've paid double now, and more than double because the new flights were more expensive.
The preparations underway, the passengers paying the price, and what's next? Later on CTV National News and watch on Crave.
All right, Ashley's back with our wake-up weather forecast, and I think we're looking pretty good. As you said, like really nothing big getting in the way of our chances of enjoying some time outdoors tomorrow or this weekend.
I mean, you know, we always follow Environment Canada's lead on this one.
Yes.
And it looks like it will be beautiful tomorrow. 14 by 6 a.m., 20 by 10 a.m., getting up to around 25 as a daytime high, but nothing but sunshine. So as long as that wind stays at bay, which it looks like it will, it's going to be a toasty day out there, Tony, and it's going to be perfect for some outdoor activities if you got some on the go.
Overnight lows too.
Yes,
which
very
is good
comfortable
if you're
sleeping conditions.
at the cottage or somewhere else, maybe camping. Always nice to have that natural air conditioning.
Absolutely.
Well, finally for us, the Guelph Food Bank accepted a donation of a very different kind today. And they say this is really going to help them to tackle hunger across the community. The Purolator Delivery Company donated one of their retired trucks to the food bank. Now, this is actually part of a wider initiative across the country by Purolator, in which 14 retired trucks have already recently been donated to food banks.
The truck will help the Guelph Food Bank to expand its collection, transportation, and delivery. Purolator says it has donated a total of 33 trucks to food banks across Canada. What a great initiative, Tony.
Great initiative, and when you think of how a vehicle like that could be repurposed, it's such a unique size and shape of vehicle. And then you think of the amount of food that a food bank might need to haul around and how that might make their distribution work easier. Makes a lot of sense.
The weight of those baskets of food, and also we'd need the right truck for it.
Yep.
And
you know,
that's awesome.
So many unseen heroes in our community making organizations like that work. Okay, that does it for us tonight. Thanks for watching on this Wednesday, July the 29th. Krista Sharp Kilpatrick is back at 11:30. Have a good night.